Okay, we're going to give a quick demonstration of how to set up KNX Virtual so that we can control it via Home Assistant. So I've downloaded KNX Virtual. I'm not going to go through too many details, but if I've done a factory reset or I'm starting it for the first time, these should be the default settings. IP address is the loopback address and the port is 3671. We'll just go OK at that stage, and given we've factory reset it, we can go into the devices, and these are all the default settings. So I'm not going to explain a lot about KNX Virtual because there are a number of videos about that and explanations online. You can go see those if you're interested, but this would be the base configuration which we're going to use. So we're going to program these buttons here to turn on this light. So to do that, we're going to use ETS. So I'll bring up ETS and I'll close this project and I'll go in and make a new project. KNX Virtual HA2 will do, and I'll just create the project. So I'm not really an expert at using this. I know very little about it, but we should be able to get through it. So in topology, I'm just going to, what I want to do is add the devices that I require. So I think I can do it here. Let's see how that goes. Add devices, and the devices we want to add are the KNX ones. There's two devices we want to add. Within KNX, there is the switch, which is the D7. So I want to add that device. Yes, it's letting me add it. That's great. And the other one is D4, which is there somewhere. D4, which is the actual switch. So now that we've added those two devices, we want to be able to set up a group address so that we can get everything operating. So to do that, one way I believe we can do it is we can go into the group addresses. Oops, I think we've got to add a main group. Let's go main, that should do. And within main, I've got to add a middle group, so I'll just call it middle. And then once I've got that, I believe I can add a group address. So we'll just call this our switch light. We'll go OK, and that's given it a group address of 001. So I've got the group address. Now I'll go back in the topology, and I'll go in and select. Let me just make sure that I don't need this anymore, so I'll close that. I'll go in and select this object in both of them. I think I can go control there. That's it. And I think I can link them together using the group address that I've created. Okay, so at this stage, if I just come back into KNX Virtual, what I need to be able to do is apply those settings to the individual devices. So at that stage, I can do it through ETS. I can program KNX Virtual. So let's see if I can bring them back both onto the screen. So what I do is a full download, and it's trying to program it. So I'll just click on the D7 to allow it to be programmed, and all going well, that should push the program that we've just put in there out to D7, and there we go. And then we can do a similar thing with D4. So we, at this stage, let's go back in there, we do a full download, and once again we've got to flick the switch on that, and we'll see that happen. Hopefully that will program the switch. Okay, so at this stage, I think we're pretty much done with ETS, so we can just put that away. And hopefully, if we go into the base view, we can see these have now been programmed. If you go back, there was something different before. And hopefully, we've programmed this channel so that when we turn it on, it turns this light on. So there we go, turn it off, turn it on. Okay, so that's the ETS and KNX Virtual part working on this very basic step. The next thing I'm going to do is go into Home Assistant and place the settings that I need in there. So what I need to do to get Home Assistant to work is I need to add something into the configuration.yaml file, and in fact in this case all I need to add in are these instructions here. Now notice here host is 192.168.1.182. That's my the address of the computer that I'm running KNX Virtual on. So it's responding on the loopback address, but the actual Windows device that's running on, which is the same one I'm recording on here at the moment, is 192.168.1.182. So I don't have to be running Home Assistants on the same device, but this needs to be the IP address of the computer where KNX Virtual is running. So that's pretty much it. It's other than these settings down here, the name I can put whatever in, and the group address is the 001, which was the group address that I created. Now, all going well at that particular stage, I'm running this as a Ven, but it doesn't really in Windows, but it doesn't really matter. I could be running it would operate in any other install of Home Assistant, or it should. So at that stage, at that stage, I've already put that in place, so that should all be okay. I'll just open up a this particular installation of Home Assistants, and it's picked up this light here, so let's just minimize that and bring this onto screen here. Okay, so ignore this one, it's this one down here that is the virtual light that we've got. Now we can see here that I can control this through KNX Virtual, but if I turn this off for a moment, now I should be able to control it from Home Assistant. There we go. Controlling KNX Virtual through Home Assistant. And that was all.